Making headlines this morning, President Trump has named one of his closest allies as the new acting director of national intelligence. Bill Pulte was behind federal prosecutions for some of the president's biggest enemies. But as Washington correspondent Vinay Simlot shows us, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are questioning his qualifications for the job.
President Donald Trump says Bill Pulte, a close ally with no national security experience, will take over as the director of national intelligence. He'll replace Tulsi Gabbard. She says she's resigning to take care of her husband as he battles a rare form of bone cancer.
He has absolutely no qualification to be the director of national intelligence.
As the head of the Federal Housing Finance Agency, Pulte recommended mortgage fraud prosecutions for some of President Trump's enemies, including Senator Adam Schiff, New York Attorney General Letitia James, and Federal Reserve Board member Lisa Cook. Senate Republicans had mixed reactions to his nomination.
I see no evidence of any qualifications for that job.
I have no observations on the matter.
I like Bill personally, and I'm sure the Senate will consider the nomination on the merits.
Pulte will take over as the acting DNI as President Trump tries to negotiate an end to the war with Iran. The president says he started the war back in February to make sure Iran never gets a nuclear weapon.
We have made our adversary in a stronger negotiating position. We are the strongest nation on the planet Earth, and we're in a stalemate with Iran.
Iran had street protests going on before all of this started. All of those factors, economic factors in Iran, are far worse today than they were 6 months ago when those protests were happening.
That was Vinay Simlot reporting. Over the past 24 hours, U.S. Central Command says Iran has fired a wave of drones at U.S. service members in Kuwait. We're told missile defenses stopped the attack and all Americans are okay. As for the chances of a deal with Iran, the country's state media reports negotiations have stalled, although President Trump calls that untrue. Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers the U.S. and Iran have made progress on nuclear negotiations, but that there's no guarantee of a deal that's acceptable. Well, breast cancer awareness and detection is a year-round mission. Today is your monthly reminder about your Buddy Check 3 program. The potential life-saving measure is simple and can be done anytime in the convenience and comfort of your own home. Here's how it works. First, find a buddy. This can be a relative, a neighbor, a friend, or coworker. Next, mark your calendar on the 3rd of each month, which is today, as a reminder. Then call your buddy to remind them to do the breast self-exam. Finally, if you or your buddy find a lump, contact your doctor as soon as possible. Our Buddy Check 3 program is a long-running partnership with St. Joseph's Candler. You can find a link to sign up on our website at wsav.com/BuddyCheck3. Making headlines this morning, the world is mourning the loss of a legendary musical artist who starred in soundtracks for two beloved Walt Disney classics. According to a family statement, two-time Grammy Award winner R&B singer Peabo Bryson died yesterday after suffering a stroke last month. Bryson is best known as the voice behind the duet A Whole New World with Regina Bell for the film Aladdin and the title song for Beauty and the Beast alongside Celine Dion in the early 1990s. Born and raised in South Carolina, the singer-songwriter and balladeer launched his career with the group Moses Dillard and the Textown Display in the 1970s. Shortly afterward, Atlanta label Bang Records signed him as a solo artist. Robert Peabo Bryson was 75 years old.